Promociones Cantú. Y bueno, en un triangular de señoritas, una lucha de féminas, las amazonas del Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre hace presente aquí en la Lauro Luis Longoria, primo.
Así es, y bueno, lo comentas muy bien. Lo mejor de la lucha libre, del Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre, presente en Promociones Cantú. Y ahí está haciendo acto de presencia.
Es la puertorriqueña.
Es la puertorriqueña, exactamente. Puerto Rican Power. Ahí tenemos.
Así es. Aquí está con ustedes. Ella es Seuxis.
Originaria de San Juan, Puerto Rico. Puerto Rican Power.
Y a continuación, les presentamos a una gladiadora que ya han visto aquí en Nuevo Laredo algunas veces.
De Guadalajara, Jalisco, y quien
con gran trayectoria en la lucha libre profesional. Aquí está, ella es la Jarochita.
Conocidas luchadoras del Pancracio Nacional, entre ellas Princesa Sujei, Vaquerita y Silueta. Y cabe destacar que es la campeona mundial del Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre, la campeona mundial femenil.
No tenemos a cualquier luchadora.
Así es, esta gladiadora que ya ha venido a Nuevo Laredo y regresa en plan estelar esta noche con ustedes.
También tenemos a una chica que también es vieja conocida en esta ciudad porque también es querida por este fanatismo neolaredense. Ella es la Jarochita.
Aquí está.
También
ella
con una
es
calidad luchística
la Jarochita.
Impresionante.
Jarochita, originaria, como lo dice su ficha técnica,
y a
de
continuación,
Veracruz.
Para cerrar con broche de oro, aquí está la diosa del Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre esta noche con ustedes.
Caliente.
Ella es Perséfone.
Ella es campeona mundial de parejas femenil del Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre.
Y bueno, por si fuera poco, para completar este triangular, nada más y nada menos que la chica sensación del momento. Y ella es Perséfone,
la diosa del Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre, originaria de Ciudad Juárez, quien hizo su debut allá por el 2016.
Aquí está Nuevo Laredo, ella es Perséfone.
Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre en 2023, siendo pulida por nada más y nada menos que el último guerrero y por magia blanca.
Bueno, pues sabemos que trae muy buenos maestros.
Esta lucha es triangular a eliminación. Habrá una sola ganadora.
Bueno, vaya la redundancia, ha causado
como referee para esta lucha
porque tiene calidad luchística. Y bueno, nos contaba hace unos momentos que ella
está
es
de Puerto Rico para el mundo.
Es médica en cuestiones como para
una gladiadora con gran experiencia
y todo eso,
con gran trayectoria con ustedes.
Ella dejó la Jarochita de médica.
Y en la otra esquina, la diosa del Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre, Perséfone.
Y bueno, persiguiendo un sueño logístico, Perséfone. Y bueno, yo la puedo...
Campanero.
Casi asegurarlo, primo. Puedo decretarlo de que esta señorita, con el respeto de todas las gladiadoras, estas tres gladiadoras tienen el talento para poder competir mundialmente y triunfar en las mejores empresas del mundo. Y bueno, Perséfone, yo creo que ya está en la mira de las grandes empresas luchísticas. Y bueno, esta lucha está pactada a una sola caída. Y bueno, vamos a ver el talento de estas tres gladiadoras. Y mientras tanto, Perséfone y Seuxis son pertenecientes al bando rudo, y ahorita la Jarochita está en desventaja, puesto que es la única del bando científico.
Bueno, pero sabemos que en este triangular pues no hay nada para nadie, primo. Entonces puede estar en desventaja la Jarochita, pero te puedo asegurar que ninguna de las tres quedará a perder este encuentro.
Así es, y bueno, ahí está muy dividido la concurrencia, está muy dividido el apoyo para estas tres gladiadoras, pero llama mucho la atención Perséfone es la que ahorita, porque hace su primera presentación en esta plaza de toros Lauro Luis Longoria, está visitando esta tierra laredense por primera ocasión, y le preguntábamos que si había visitado antes esta plaza o esta ciudad de Nuevo Laredo, y nos comentó que sí. no nos quiso comentar en qué año, ¿verdad? Dijo que mejor se abstenía de mencionar cuándo y dónde, mas sin embargo, ahora viene con este cartel y con esta experiencia de pertenecer al Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre. Y esta Persephone dominando ahorita en este momento a sus contrarias. Así que la gente se le entrega. Y obviamente ahí la Jarochita, quien es obviamente campeona mundial de parejas del Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre, junto con Lluvia, quien es otra grande gladiadora, continuadora de leyendas y de dinastías luchistas, como es la dinastía chicana.
Así es, pues bueno, aquí tenemos a Persephone como castiga rápidamente a Siuxis, esta puertorriqueña que también tiene una calidad luchística, bueno, verduga de varias luchadoras mexicanas.
Así es.
Bueno, aquí se la lleva con este enganche esta chica sensación, pero rápidamente responde Siuxis, se van al juego de cuerdas y con estas tijeras sale avante Siuxis ante Persephone.
Bueno, ahí Siuxis se va a enfrentar a Jarochita, ambas gladiadoras con una gran calidad luchística. Y bueno, pues ahí nadie quiere perder en esta presentación. Y mira, qué buen recurso por conducto de Jarochita al aprovechar la situación para poder poner de espaldas. Y ahora aprovecha Siuxis y busca solamente el tonteo de... Y bueno...
Bueno, ahí vimos cómo las dos se dieron una patada al mismo tiempo. Persephone quiere aprovechar, se la lleva a la espalda planas y no, solamente 2 segundos, cambió ahora sí que de persona y ni con eso pudo.
Así es, y bueno, trató de aprovechar el momento después de que estas dos gladiadoras, Siuxis y la Jarochita, se autocastigaron, tuvieron el mismo castigo simultáneo, y bueno, ahora le van a hacer el 1-2 a Persephone. Algunos dicen Persephone, algunos dicen Persephone, y bueno, a final de cuentas, la calidad luchística de estas gladiadoras es lo que llama la atención.
Y bueno, aquí haciendo dueto por parte de Siuxis y la Jarochita y castigando a esta chica sensación de Persephone.
Mientras tanto, el referee en turno, el tiburoncín, el Mauricio Garcés de la lucha libre. El Mauricio Garcés de la lucha libre y bueno, viendo cómo castigan a esta ruda, hacen el 1-2. Aquí hay que recordar que cada quien está luchando para su causa. Aquí no hay bando técnico ni bando rudo. Simple y sencillamente estas tres gladiadoras quieren salir victoriosas.
Ahora sí que es la hora de demostrar en este triangular, primo, de qué están hechas estas gladiadoras. Y ahora sí que, ¿quién es la mejor?
Así
y
es,
que salga avante en este triangular de señoritas féminas.
Hasta el momento, Persephone está recibiendo la peor parte, el castigo coordinado de este par de gladiadoras conformado por Siuxis y la Jarochita, que en este momento, aunque la mayoría de las veces actúan en contra, hoy están formando una coordinación de castigos ante Persephone, que en este momento, por lo que demuestra el público, es la favorita.
Y yo creo que sus mismas contrincantes lo saben, porque ahora sí que hicieron equipo, la ruda y la técnica,
Así es.
para castigar a Persephone.
Y hay que recordar que Persephone es ruda. Es ruda. Y en este momento, bueno, pues la gente es la que la está apoyando. De aquí la gente presente en esta Plaza de Toros Laurel Longoria. Y bueno, ahí alcanza a reaccionar. Ya, mira, qué buena elasticidad. Y le da una patada a Filomena. Y ahora Va a castigar a Seuxis con este suplex invertido con puente olímpico. Y bueno, solamente 2. No pudo dominar.
Vaya calidad luchística de esta jovencita. Y bueno, ya rápidamente la jarochita le pone un estate quieto. Y con este castigo.
Y ahora lo que te comentaba, cada quien busca su beneficio. Y ahí Seuxis castiga a la jarochita. Y ahora Perséfone aprovecha para poder castigar en este caso a la jarochita. Y ya la tienen en una esquina. Y oigan ustedes los tremendos machetazos que le da.
Y vaya, se la lleva con este puente olímpico.
Un suplex con puente olímpico. Y solamente ya salió ganadora Perséfone.
Vaya castigo por parte de esta gladiadora Perséfone. Con un puente olímpico sobre la jarochita. Se la lleva al toque de espaldas, 3 segundos. Y bueno, la ganadora de esta lucha, primo. ¿Qué te parece? Pues es una chica que va empujando fuerte.
Claro.
La chica sensación del momento por parte de las filas del Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre.
Y de verdad, una gran gladiadora. Y bueno, se le augura un gran futuro en la lucha libre mundial. Y no dude usted de que muy pronto oigamos.
Emersyn Jayne said Kanji had let the entire women's division down. If it had been her, she would have got the job done. Well, now, tonight in Crystal Palace, she has the opportunity to prove it.
And she is your current reigning and defending undisputed British Women's Champion, the CEO, Mercedes
I'll tell you, we've had matches in the history of Rev Pro that have gone shorter than the time it took to announce every single one of those championships that Mercedes Moné has. That is how decorated she is.
And Mercedes, she got right in Emersyn Jayne's face, and Emersyn Jayne didn't back down, she just smiled.
Jayne, who sees herself as something of a gatekeeper of women's wrestling here in the UK, was a winner several years ago here in Rev Pro of the Queen of the Ring tournament, then disappeared from the company for a long while, came back earlier this year at high stakes, the night when Mercedes Moné successfully defeated Kanji. Then 1 week later, when Kanji was trying to apologise to the fans in London, Emersyn Jayne came out here, as I said, and he said that Kanji had been a letdown, that she had one job and she let down the entire women's division. A very harsh assessment, obviously. Well, Jayne now has got to put her money where her mouth is if she thinks she can do better.
And listen, Dave, I mean, people talk a lot of talk. When it comes to Emersyn Jayne, though, and this is just my personal opinion, I think she could be the one. I think she could be the one to defeat Mercedes Moné. I think she could do it here tonight.
Since then, obviously, since April at least, we've seen another title defense by Mercedes Moné at Summer Sizzler, and that was aggressive from Moné. Summer Sizzler was against Sapphire Reed. Jayne, a very seasoned competitor, isn't going to be intimidated, isn't going to be, as she will see it, patronised by Moné.
Talk about busy schedules. Mercedes Moné, this is one of 4 matches she's set to have in 4 days. 2 of them championship matches. It could be a very victorious weekend for the CEO, or it could end maybe not the way she's exactly planning, if Emersyn Jayne has anything to say about it.
And Moné tomorrow here at Crystal Palace is going to be in a 6-person tag team match, teaming up with Kanji, who since their match together have become friends. Kanji, Danny Luna, the other member of that team, against 3 of the Cutthroat Collective. The elbow from Emersyn Jayne, a pull of the hair from Moné. Some of the fans not appreciative of the tactics here of Moné, but still a pretty loud CEO chant ringing around this massive auditorium.
Mercedes seems shocked, but then turns it around and takes down Jayne, and they go back face to face.
Yeah, look at this face off. Lady, you're absolutely right about Emersyn Jayne not backing down here, just staring right into the soul of Mercedes Moné.
And notably, it is Jayne who asks for this knuckle lock. And Moné who turns it around.
Moné is taking some shortcuts here. She's conducting herself in a way that, again, is not necessarily the way that all of the fans want to see.
Whoa! Emersyn Jayne, so quick, so explosive.
There's a pin from Emersyn Jayne. I think the element of surprise may have been partly what got Emersyn Jayne very, very close to a win there. Hold on, Jayne.
Whoa.
With Moné on her shoulders. Rolling back through into the pin. Jayne's shoulders were down once more.
Mercedes launches into a crossbody of her own.
Just in that bottom turnbuckle, but still gave it that extra bit of heft compared to doing it from the ground. Tried for another crossbody. This time, the power of Emersyn Jayne going to help her out into a twisting Northern Light suplex for a 2 count.
That is one advantage that Emersyn Jayne is going to have over Mercedes Moné. She has incredible, incredible strength.
Jayne has had so many matches where she has been able to overpower opponents. She's hoping to do that here against Moné.
Taking control. A lot of snap on that suplex right into a cover.
lightning fast on the snap suplex. And this is certainly evolving into a very different kind of match to those title defenses that Monet had against Kanji and Sapphire Reed.
Oh.
Knees from Emersyn Jayne right into the abdomen. Mercedes Monet tried to get a cover. Monet kicking out immediately.
Jayne has really slowed down the pace of this match, continuing to grind it down on Mercedes, but Mercedes, she's trying to fight back here.
Sending Jayne into the corner, but Jayne swinging around, catches with the elbow.
Inside out on the head scissors.
Stuck in the clothesline. Tilted well.
Whoa!
Right into the statement maker.
Emersyn fights it. She's trying to get to the rope. She's trying to do anything that she can to keep this hold from being cinched fully on. And she did it. She made it to the ropes.
Yeah, very intelligent there from Emersyn Jayne. She realized in the end that her legs were closer to the ropes than her arms were. So adjusted her plan. It's a baseball slide from Monet.
Now that Mercedes is starting to turn this around, we're going to see her become relentless.
Yeah, and this is an example of why Mercedes Monet has been so successful, has all of those championships, because she can withstand a barrage of offense like she's taken here from Emersyn Jayne, and yet still looks like she's just in the opening minutes of the match. She's able to come back. Jayne testing that hypothesis though by sending her face first right to the edge of the ring. And again.
Continuing to fight on the outside here. Finally, whoa! Jayne tried to toss Mercedes back into the ring. Mercedes had a plan.
Yeah, swung around with the kick there, did Monet. The Meteora low down, stays on top for the cover, and it's a 2 count for the CEO.
Mercedes really feeling it now. Emersyn Jayne was checking her teeth.
Yeah, they got absolutely blasted in the mouth there. Did Emersyn Jayne rather.
Whoa.
Jayne now picking up Monet.
There's that strength, and wait a second, rolling through, shoulders down.
Oh, nearly got her, but Jayne doing what she can to get back on top. Here's that strength we were talking about of Emersyn Jayne.
Whoa. And Mercedes, she's fighting too. She turned it into a sleeper, trying to lock on the body scissors is Mercedes Monet.
Jayne's got to be careful here because won't be long at all until she loses consciousness.
Whoa,
New shot to get out of it.
No way, no way, no way! Pure muscle into the suplex.
And Jayne, those years of experience, meaning she didn't panic there. She knew what she needed to do. She did it. Hooks the leg. Another near fall for Jayne, and that maybe is the difference here in this third title defense that we've seen from Mercedes Monet in Rev Pro. In both of the previous ones, Monet was more experienced than her opponent. That is not the case against Emersyn Jayne.
Emersyn Jayne has also traveled the world. She's also collected titles wherever she goes. And right now, if she can keep the match at this pace, keep it focused, keep it at this grinding pace.
That's what she's trying to do. Jayne is pulling the hair and then just going to hook the arms of Monet over the rope so she can get a drop kick to the small of the back. Jayne, you see her gesturing that's the beginning of the end, maybe. Is that wishful thinking? Let's find out. Monet gets the shoulder up.
And Dave, I think you're exactly right. In terms of a psychological advantage, pretty much everyone who steps in the ring with Mercedes Monet, they got to see themselves as an underdog. She is the best of the best. Emersyn Jayne, I don't think she ever sees herself like that.
And I think that belief, you're exactly right, is really keeping Emersyn Jayne right in this.
Whoa, Casadora, and denied.
Trying to get the armbar is Jayne. That butcher's hook grip from Mercedes Monet to stop her arms being separated. Holding on tight here is the undisputed British Women's Champion, but Jayne, look at her just pulling with everything she can to try and separate those hands.
I don't know how Mercedes is holding on here. That is pure grit and determination.
Monet, that was clever. She got her down, got the shoulders down, and Jayne had to break the hold in order to stop herself from being pinned.
And now
Monet going for the armbar. Monet going for the armbar. Now it's Jayne who's holding on. The roles reversed here.
There's been so many moments in this match where the offense and defense is just mirror images of each other. Incredibly well-suited opponents, but now it looked like Mercedes. Wait, no, Jayne escapes.
Now Jayne going to try and lift her. She's trying to deadlift Mercedes Monet into a German suplex through sheer force of will. She couldn't get it though. There's an arm breaker from Monet. Monet will test whether that might be enough. The answer is no. But even the action there of kicking out kind of jarred the arm of Emersyn Jayne. You heard her kind of screaming out in pain as she kicked out.
Again back to the arm. Uh-oh.
And through the ropes in their arm, it's dropped over the middle rope.
Dismantling the shoulder.
Monet went for the pin. Kick out from Jayne. The momentum has swung here several times, but it is very much swinging back in the favor of Monet at the moment. That's largely because of the numbers she's been able to do on that left arm.
Jayne, though, giving it right back.
Trying to lift her for another German suplex. Monet goes behind, tries to do it herself. Elbows here from Jayne. And DDT from Emersyn Jayne. Great way to adapt, great way to come up with a plan B on the fly there. Getting the elbows. Monet behind, into a backcracker. You can see that knocked the wind out of the frame of Emersyn Jayne, who's just gasping for air off the back of that move. Here comes Mercedes Monet. Duck on the clothesline though from Jayne. Like a one from Monet. They hit each other. Both women go down. It is on a knife edge here. Title for title at Crystal Palace. Now what?
Count is on. They are both down. Dave, this is what we've been saying. They seem to have an answer for everything they're throwing at each other.
Well, they're going to need an answer to this referee's count, or this is going to be over right here.
Emersyn Jayne promised she was going to be the biggest challenge that Mercedes has ever faced in Rev Pro. She's delivering on that promise right now, but she's got to beat her to become champion.
Using the ropes to help herself back to her feet, and it is Monet who is able to get the first strike after both women return to a vertical base. But Emersyn Jayne not far behind her. Both women looking a little bit unsteady on their feet. Jayne in particular, I think you'd have to say. Still able to get plenty of force behind these strikes to the face of the British Women's Champion. Crossbody from Monet. Monet stays on top of the shoulders. Emersyn Jayne is going to roll through. Here comes that strength again of the badass. Fall-away slam from Emersyn Jayne.
Mercedes retreats into the corner.
Jayne diving crossbody run to the midsection in the corner.
This is just trademark Emersyn Jayne here. From behind.
A meteor of the knees into the shoulders.
That's it.
From Jayne. No. Left shoulder comes up. The left shoulder comes up for Monet.
Kick out. It was, again, just the shoulder up, barely able to stay alive. And you can see the wheels turning here for Emersyn Jayne.
Yeah,
and a sign of disrespect, too.
A sign, I think, of how depleted the energy levels are of Monet, that she could just get that shoulder up. Didn't have the energy to hit a more forceful kick out. And we've seen Jayne try and do this before that. Reverse pile driver into the sunset flip, though, from Monet. Jayne's got to be careful. Tilden well. I think Jayne landed right on the top of her head there.
Now it's Mercedes charging in with the double knees.
Here comes Monet. Once again. Look at those knees driven into the shoulders and face of Emersyn Jayne. Second turnbuckle now for the CEO. And again with the knees. This time staying on top. And another close near fall for Mercedes Monet.
Diving into the Meteor, there was no wasted time in that pinfall, and Jayne is still in it.
Monet with Emersyn Jayne backed into the corner. Remember, someone is going to leave here with their opponent's titles. It's winner takes all. Both women putting something on the line here tonight. A knee right to the temple from Monet. That sent Jayne sinking down into the rope, but hold on, she's been able to catch the legs here of Monet. Kicks the back of the head. Emersyn Jayne's going to go to the ropes. She's going to try, and she's going to hit Shadowfax. Turning point maybe for Emersyn Jayne.
Mercedes Monet, she's using the ropes to even stand back up and launching back into the cutter. Emersyn Jayne.
Jayne maybe. Again, how close. How close. The finest of margins on numerous occasions here in this title for title match.
We're in deep waters here. This is where Emersyn Jayne needs to stay focused. Repositioning Monet here.
Jayne is going to ascend up on the second turnbuckle now. Mercedes Monet is not moving. The moonsault just at the right time. She moved, lured her in. Did Monet into a code breaker?
Not done yet.
Over the top, sunset flip into the turnbuckle. The back of the head of Emersyn Jayne bouncing into that middle turnbuckle. Here come the knees again from Monet. Belly to belly suplex straight into the pin, and once more Emersyn Jayne just clings on. Now what a sight, what a spectacle here tonight at the Crystal Palace National Sports Centre. We thank you for joining us wherever you are in the world for Global Wars UK title match here.
Looking for the money maker. And Jayne had it scouted.
Yeah, that was a great reversal. She's obviously practiced that, has Jayne. That was insecure. It's more of a knee to the side of the head from Emersyn Jayne. Jayne, great balance, great poise at this point in the match. Rolling through.
Whoa.
Gonna get those shoulders down.
Whoa.
Did she get it? Two. There was another two. Jayne thinks it's a 3 count. It's a good job we've got such an experienced official in there, because Chris Hatch knows that some of these calls that he's having to make are by milliseconds, and I think he's got all of them right.
Continuing to disrespect Monet, and
What a knee from Monet. Monet, arm drag.
well, rolling through. Hold on, she's got the shoulders down.
Yeah, but just able to hook the leg, but couldn't get enough purchase on it.
Oh!
A low German suplex, and now a kick out from Monet. Both women showing that if their opponent takes their eye off the ball for a split second, it could be over. Jayne's going to look for that pile driver again. Hooks one leg, hooks the other. Drops her on the back of the neck. Is it enough? And somehow Monet kicked out.
Referee's hand molecules away from hitting the canvas the third time.
It is vanishingly rare that anyone kicks out of that. I don't know if they're going to kick out again, though. Mercedes Monet is down. Oh, that shoulder. That shoulder barely getting up off the canvas. But get up it did. God, this is something special. This is something absolutely special between Mercedes Monet and Emersyn Jayne.
Emersyn Jayne. Look at the look of determination on her face.
Jayne just kicking at the head here. Again, not overawed at all by the star power of her opponent. In fact, she's mocking Monet. Jayne is mocking Monet. Little middle finger salute. Once more looking for the pile driver. Oh, Monet. Another backcracker. And into the statement maker. The statement maker. The pile driver away. It's a tap out. It's a tap out. And Mercedes Monet collects another title. Wow! Mercedes Monet is going to have to check an extra bag on her flight back to the United States. She is now, as we just heard, the Discovery Wrestling Scottish Women's Champion. That's Alex Windsor.
Now, Alex Windsor has a lot of history here in Rev Pro. She has a lot of history with Mercedes Monet, and she's going to be challenging Mercedes Monet for that TBS championship. And hey,
Kanji out. Lizzie Evo was coming. Lizzie Evo from the Cutthroat Collective.
yeah, Cutthroat Collective was looking to cut the legs out from underneath Mercedes.
And Kanji, former rival, now friend of Mercedes Monet, stopping the Cutthroat Collective, or at least two of their number, from being able to do anything here. Sapphire Reed. Reed is telling Alex Windsor and Lizzie Evo to wait. I think she's saying we'll get them tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow it's Cutthroat Collective against Mercedes Monet, Kanji, and Danny Luna.
When Sapphire Reed is the voice of reason amongst you.
Well, she's increasingly taking a leadership role here.
And they want to do this right now, Dave.
Why not? Let's go.
Look at Mercedes. And Sapphire pulling Lizzie and Windsor back away.
Well, it might disappoint the crowd, but it might be the smartest thing for the Cutthroat Collective. Sapphire Reed saying, you know what? Those guys have had to, or at least Mercedes Monet has had to fight tonight. We're fresh. Let's keep it that way. We'll get them tomorrow.
This is exactly what I was talking about, Dave. Mercedes has 4 huge matches in 4 days, and you can't do that. Even at the level she's at, you can't do that without it starting to affect you. And the Cutthroat Collective might have the key to finally defeating her.
By the way, Emersyn Jayne in action again tomorrow as well. She'll be one-on-one against Persephone, who we saw victorious earlier on tonight. What a match that's going to be on night 2. Mercedes Monet with the win here over Emersyn Jayne tonight at Global Wars UK, meaning that Monet leaves with another championship in her possession. So many now that Kanji's having to carry some of them for her.
Yeah, we've had to have some helpers come out to collect the titles. But wow, Emersyn Jayne, she came closer than virtually anyone has to being able to defeat Mercedes Monet here. Nothing to be ashamed of, but still champion. And I won't even say which one, still all of the champions.
She didn't get a championship match, whereas Lana does it and gets one. So, you know, I can kind of see her angle. We've seen what happens when Nina Samuels is jealous of a championship match. And that's why they've got this match here right here tonight. Because Emersyn Jayne was in a title match and Nina Samuels interfered. So Emersyn Jayne, the main event empress, she's here to get a measure of revenge. Mark, if you were to compare Emersyn Jayne to a historical figure, have you got anyone that you compare Emersyn Jayne to? I absolutely would. She is the Mother Teresa of work rate, the Cleopatra of catch. Cleopatra? The Jane Austen
captain of being awesome. The Florence Nightingale of forearms. And wrestling's Joan of Arc.
The Lana Del Rey of Lucha Libre.
All of these things.
Yeah. She's just really good.
She is dead good.
But me saying that isn't as good as all those things you just said. However, it is time for the Nina Samuels show.
Hat.
Tiny hat.
Best hat ever. I want one. Where can I get one of those hats? I like the hats.
Just you wait till Jake fires up about tiny hat or big head.
I like that hat. I want one. It's fabulous. And look, well, look at you and look at me. I know fashion.
Yes,
you don't.
I mean, I'm not going to dispute that. Although this stunning varsity jacket with the Progress logo is available at shop.merch.progress.shop.com.
Shop.progresswrestling.com.
That's the
Ollie
one.
Spring.
That's the one.
And yes,
You know
it
where
is.
to find it.
You can get t-shirts. You can get badges. You can get fabulous mugs. We've got mugs.
We've got mugs. We're not on camera right now, I don't think, but we've got mugs.
Yeah, all your merch needs. That's where you're going. If you are watching this live, go to Demand Progress Plus if you want to subscribe and get all of our back catalogue and loads of good stuff.
Open up another tab. Don't close this one to
We've
open.
got Defy, we've got TNT, we've got loads of great stuff to be
Is
announced.
scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, to my left, from the Kingdom of Alba, the main event Empress, Emersyn Jayne! And her opponent, the star of the Nina Samuels show, Nina Samuels!
Nice hat.
Yeah, it's not a tiny hat. He's just got a oh, Jake, be careful.
He's going to get the absolute you-know-what kicked out of him one day.
I would take a proverbial bullet for Jake if Nina Samuels was flying it in with a kick. If I could get there in time, I would definitely try and stop that.
I would not. Ooh. Are we ready?
Yeah, you can tell there's tension in the air. There's a bell. You've got to believe there's absolutely no love lost between these two after what happened. Emersyn Jayne's debut in the ballroom absolutely spoiled at the hands of Nina Samuels.
Well, two former #1 contenders to the Women's Championship. You've got to think that whoever wins this match is going to have a claim. Whereas Nina Samuels already thinks she's got one. And that's why she's been interfering in everything. Look at that power by Emersyn Jayne. The DOA champion over at TNT Wrestling earlier this year. She won 3 death matches in one night, Ollie Spring.
Wow. I've never even won one.
Funny that.
I haven't beaten any, but you know.
Maybe you should. Maybe we could. No,
That's not fight.
I don't want to hurt
I don't want to be
you. Good.
Silent little takeover from Emersyn. Rolls through. Into the pin 1, 2. Kick out at 2. It's quick like that snap armbar or arm drag there from Emersyn Jayne.
So
just
fast
rolling
into
over.
it.
And again, crucifix pin 1, 2. Kick out at 2 again.
Nina Samuels. You can't attack her while she's in the ropes.
The way that Emersyn Jayne is attacking this match right now, going for that early pin, or at least those early pin attempts, just showing that she is not scared, she is not intimidated from Nina Samuels.
Well, Nina Samuels is disgruntled. She is resentful about what has happened in the women's division in Progress, and she is taking it out on Emersyn Jayne right now. It's hard to disagree with Nina Samuels, in my opinion, because Rio keeps accepting challenges from people like Emersyn Jayne, and she's not going to America to face Rio.
Hurricane Rana from the top from Emersyn. I mean, Mark, yeah, I see your point. However, if Nina Samuels was maybe a bit more likeable, Rio might want to fight. Look at this. Oh, another big Hurricane Rana.
So you're saying that likability is more important than legitimate skill? Is that what you're saying?
I would argue that both Emersyn, Nina, Lana, they're all legitimately talented wrestlers.
So why is their likability anything other than utterly irrelevant?
Oh, big boot sends Emersyn.
That was pretty relevant.
Crashing to the floor. Are you okay?
I think I did a little bit of a sick in my mouth. Kicked her right in the throat and onto the apron and onto the floor.
A hard fall to the floor for Emersyn Jayne.
This is clearly going to be a count. No, wait a minute. This would be a count-out victory for anyone other than Emersyn Jayne. I've seen Emersyn Jayne win 3 death matches in a night. If anyone can recover from that, it is Emersyn. Nina Samuels, I'm sure she knows who she's facing. Emersyn Jayne is double plus tough.
And out of the frying pan into the fire for Emersyn Jayne, who's just getting absolutely stomped into a mud hole from Nina. And now you see where she's got her knee?
Well, it's in the thoracic spine.
The thoracic spine. Adding on the chin lock, just wrenching back on that neck. Tom Scarborough's in there, making sure there's no tap out there. It's a nasty position to be there if you're Emersyn Jayne.
Nasty forearm from Emersyn Jayne.
Oh, throat first.
Bad landing, right on the centre rope.
Hey, Mark, you can tell us all about those ropes. They ain't that. Yeah, they look bouncy, but they're not that kind on a human body.
Does them a disservice. They are steel cables wrapped in tape. There's no actual rope there.
Emersyn now hung out to dry, and Nina Samuels. Oh, drop kick.
Face first onto the apron. Vicious rebound. It's got to be it.
Kick out at 2 that Emersyn is just. She is made of some tough stuff.
Honestly, every time Emersyn Jayne gets into the ring, I feel a little bit scared.
We all know what she's capable of.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt, but the kick-ins she's prepared to take for the win, it is scary as hell. Nina Samuels showing her vicious streaks and keeping up with Emersyn Jayne is no mean feat.
Folks, we have headsets on and I can hear the clubbing blow of bone meeting back, that thud from those strikes from Nina.
And as tough as Emersyn Jayne is, the resentment, the anger, the hate, that's all being thrown at her with extra venom by Nina Samuels right now.
Shoves her off though. Emersyn ducks, goes for Shadow Fox. German suplex.
The Gaia of the German suplex proves it one more time. Emersyn Jayne feeling it. Is Nina Samuels in trouble?
Flame missile drop kick. Got kicked right in the face. Turnabout's fair play for Emersyn Jayne. Emersyn Jayne
out of the way, everybody.
Suicide dive. Takes Nina Samuels down to the chair at least.
Emersyn Jayne fired up. But you can't count out. Well, you can't count out and count out. Nina Samuels, you can't count out because she just got put back in the ring.
Figuratively or literally, yeah.
That's what
up on the
Scarborough's
shoulders. Oh, nice little fireman's carry driver into the pin. 2!
Is it?
Oh, kick out at 2.
What will it mean for Nina Samuels, who's been protesting that she deserves a championship shot? What will it mean to her if she loses this match?
I was just about to ask you that very same question, Mark. And essentially, it means everything she's stating, all the loud noises she's making about her claim, would be for naught.
And that's the thing about what Nina's doing. Oh, vicious!
Across the back of the knee.
It's a risky strategy because the moment you lose your credibility.
Nina Goroshi.
Nasty.
Into the pin 1, 2. Oh, 2 count only.
Just a
2 count only.
You know it's close when the referee looks the comms team in the eye to tell us and confirm it's a 2. Nina Samuels.
Is there an ambulance outside?
Really? Really? Samuels now. Just in the second, what's she thinking here?
Maybe she thought that Emersyn was closer.
You want to get away from me? You want to get away from
Well, Emersyn escaped her, I think.
Oh, crossface shots from Nina, just vicious.
Nasty. She's got her in the ropes. Nina Samuels.
Oh, and moves out the way, and here we go. Sliding German.
Beautiful stuff by Emersyn Jayne.
Shadow Fox for Emersyn Jayne. But
Nina trying to escape. Get out of the way, camera guy.
I would say that's veteran instincts from Nina Samuels heading to the ropes because she can't be pinned there, Mark.
Can't be pinned on the apron either.
I don't like where this is going.
Dangerous part of town, brawling on the ring apron.
Not a lot of room there, folks.
Forearm after forearm. Oh, brutal on both of these women.
Just one misstep, and it is disastrous. All the way to the floor.
Escape.
Oh, wait. Blocks one. Oh, big roundhouse kick.
Nina Samuels once again ascending those buckles now.
Oh, big enziguri.
Quite the height with that kick by Emersyn Jayne.
Wait, where's Emersyn going? Perched up on the top.
Nina Samuels. What's going on here?
Spanish fly from Emersyn Jayne.
She's got to be.
Was it?
It was two. The kick out. I thought it was over.
My goodness, Spanish fly up in the lights. But Mark Emerson's not done. Springs up. Moonsault, but nobody home.
Missed.
Oh, big boot. Picks her up. Starstruck. And nobody is kicked out of that. And they still haven't.
Here is your winner, Nina Samuels.
Well, Nina Samuels proved her point that she is a major contender for the Women's Championship. But it's Lana versus Rio over in the States. After Rio cashed her key against Lana, it's Lana's chance after they feuded in ICW to regain the Progress Women's Championship. But whoever wins that match, and freedom walks again.